Good morning, students. I am Pramod Joy, your computer science teacher, and today we are going to discuss about the list. And the chapter name is List Manipulation. Shall we start? The Python list are containers that are used to store a list of values of any type. Python lists are mutable. That means we can edit, we can change the Python list. The lists are depicted through square brackets. Examples are given below. You can see those examples 1, 2, 3 within that square bracket. So that 1, 2, 3, that is a list. Maybe for example, maybe that is a list 1 which contains the numbers 1, 2 and 3. And below that you can see another example. Maybe that's an example for list 2. And the members are 10, 20.5, 30. And the third one, that's a list of strings A, B and C. Empty list. An example of empty list is given below. L is equal to list of within that bracket. Long list. If a list contains many elements, then to enter such long list, it can be splitted across several lines. An example is given below. S is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc., etc., and it concludes only in the next line. You can see that etc., etc., comma 10. Nested list. That means a list inside another list. A list can have element in it which itself is a list. Example, L1 is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In that 5, 6 itself is a list. Creating a list. How to create a list? L1 is equal to list of input of enter the list elements. Earlier we used to enter just input of enter the list elements or integer of input of enter the list element. Now list of input of enter the list elements. That means all those members which are going to assign to L1 will be a list. That means L1 is a list. Second example, x is equal to 10, 20, 30. L2 is equal to list of x. Print L2. That means x already defined as 10, 20, 30. And x is converted to a list and is assigned to L2. Now L2 is a list. The data type of all the characters entered in a list is string. To enter a list of integers through keyboard, the below given method can be used. That means by default, when we enter any elements or any members into a list, that will be a string. For example, the above case. For example, if we are saying list 1 is equal to list of input of enter the list elements. So whatever be the members that we are trying to enter in the above example, okay, that will be a string. Suppose if you want to enter an integer, for that you have to use a function called eValue. Example given below. List 1 is equal to eValue of input of enter the list. So all the members will be integers. This eValue function can also be used to evaluate and return the result of an expression given as string. Example is also given below. A is equal to eValue of 5 plus 8. Print A. You can predict the result. Lists are similar to strings in many ways, like indexing, slicing, and accessing individual elements. But they are different in the sense that lists are mutable while strings are not. Examples, L is equal to 1, 2, 3. All are indicated as string. Now print L of 0 to 2. That means it will print the value 1 and 2. Starting from 0 till 2, excluding 2. Starting from 0 means the very first position is assigned as 0. L of 0, then L of 1. But L of 2 is not printed. Now the second example, L is equal to 1, 2, 3. List of 2 assigns the value of 604. List of 2 assigns the value of 604 means we are going to replace the 3 with 604. Print L. You can see the output as 1, 2, 6, 0, 4. Now the third example. List 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 1 dot append of 15. That means we are going to add 15 at the end of the list. Now when you print that list 1, print list 1, you will get the answer as 10, 20, 30, 15. Next example. List 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. Delete list 1 of 2. That means the second element will be deleted. Second means 0, 1, 2. That means exactly the third element, which is indicated as list 1 of 2. The first element is list 1 of 0. Second element is list 1 of 1. And the third element is list 1 of 2. Print list 1 and you will get the answer 10 and 20. Next example, delete list 1. The entire list 1 will be deleted. Now the third example, list 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 1 dot pop. Pop is used to delete the last item. So now when you print that list 1, you can see that code, print list 1. You will get the answer 10 and 20. Now the fourth example, list 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 1 dot pop of 0. Now we indicated the position through that pop. That means we have to delete the very first element. Now print list 1. You will get the answer as 20, 30. The delete statement and pop method do the same thing, except that the pop method also returns the removed item along with deleting it from the list. In another way, we can say that delete is a statement, but pop is a method. That means a function. List functions and methods. The very first method, index method. Function returns the index of the first matched item from the list. Example, list 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. Print list 1 of list 1 dot index of 10. That means it will print the index of the first matched item. So here the index will be 0. Append method adds an item to the end of the list that we already saw. List 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 1 dot append of 15. Print list 1. You will get the answer 10, 20, 30. After that 15. One more example. List 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 1 dot append of 40, 50. Print list 1. So the answer will be 10, 20, 30. After that in a separate list 50, 40, 50. Extend method. It is used for adding multiple elements to a list. List 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 2 is equal to 40, 50, 60. Now list 1 dot extend of list 2. That means list 2 is added to list 1. Now print list 1. You will get the answer 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. While append function adds one element to a list, extend can add multiple elements from a list supplied to its argument. Insert method inserts an item at a given position. Example, list 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 1 dot insert of 1 comma PQR. That means at the position 1, we have to insert PQR. So what is there at the position 1? At the position 1, the number is 20. Now print list 1. So now instead of 20, you will get the list as 10 PQR 30. Pop method removes an element from the given position in the list and returns it. If no index is specified, pop removes and returns the last item in the list. Examples are given below. Remove method removes the first occurrence of given item from the list. Example, list 1 is equal to A, B, C, A. A is repeated. List 1 dot remove A. So it will remove the first occurrence of that A from that list. Print list 1. The answer will be B, C, A. Clear method removes all items from the list and the list becomes empty list. Clear removes only the elements and not the list. That means that list will be there. You can see after removing the entire list, you can see that empty square brackets. So as an example, list 1 is equal to A, B, C, A. List 1 dot clear. Print list 1. So it will print that empty square brackets. Count method returns the count of the item that is passed as argument. If the given item is not in the list, return 0. Example, list 1 is equal to A, B, C, A. Print list 1 dot count of A. Since A is there 2 times, you will get the answer 2. Reverse method reverses the items of the list. Example, list 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30. List 1 dot reverse. Print list 1. You will get a reversed list. Sort method sorts the items of the list by default in increasing order. Example, list 1 is equal to 100, 20, 30. List 1 dot sort. Now print list 1. You will get the answer 20, 30, 100.